Pag-uusapan natin ng ilang mga issue na bumabalot sa ating bansa, pati na rin mga international issues, at pati na rin siguro movies, at pati na rin mga usaping millennial. Ayan po ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Mahalaga po at ma-interesting po ang ating mga panauhin ngayon sapagkat sila ay importanteng mga tao, pag-asa ng ating bayan, mga kabataan. Pakikilala ko na po sila. Ito po, itong nasa aking right side immediately, si Micah. Micah?
Hello, hello.
At ang susunod po sa kanya, si Gabriel.
Hello.
At saka si Josh.
Hi po.
Meron po silang common denominator. Yours truly. Sapagkat ako po ang professor nila sa Persons and Family Relation, and I can tell you, pumasa na po lahat sila sa akin.
Oh my God. Thank you, sir.
Kaya si Micah, malalaman mo next week pa, pero pumasa ka na.
Thank you, sir,
Pumasa lahat sila sa akin at magagaling sila. Ibig sabihin, na-withstand nila ang mga jibber-jabber at suntok sa buwan.
Black
Suntok
hole.
sa black
Pluto,
hole.
Sa black hole. Common denominator nga po. Yung ginagawa ko sa FEU, ginagawa ko rin po sa Ateneo. Kaya, mag-uusap tayo po ng ilang mga halagang bagay sapagkat gusto kong malaman at ma-probe ang mga iniisip ng mga bata. O hindi naman bata, ng mga, millennial, ng mga kabataan ngayon. Unang tanong ko sa inyo, ha? Ito, US-Iran war. Ayan. Anong comment mo dyan? Anong comment mo dyan, Micah?
US-Iran war.
Natakot ka ba?
Hindi naman, sir. Pero kasi, yun nga, national tragedy siya sa tingin ko. Parang it was something na nadulot lang ng war, na it was a retaliation kasi ng Iran, di ba? Akala nila missile ng US.
Oo.
So, yun. And then, marami kasing nagsasabi, like may mga pro sa Iran, may mga pro sa US, and then, yun. Pero sa tingin ko, may point pa rin naman na nangyari rin naman kasi yun dahil sa aggression, tsaka sa takot din na dinala ng US sa Iran, sa mga tao.
Oo.
Pero it was very saddening.
Very sad, no? At saka for a while, medyo natakot tayo kasi baka magkagyera na.
Yes.
Alam mo, ang Iran, they retaliated. Kaya lang, unfortunately, and really, really unfortunately, what horribly happened? Isa nag-retaliate sila, ang namatay mga Iranians rin, Canadians, at saka Ukrainians, di ba? Dahil dun sa eroplanong sumabog.
Yes.
In a weird way, Gab, ikaw, anong tingin mo? Not in a weird way, but in an unsettling way, do you think that yung pagkasabog na yon, in a way, umatras ang dalawang panig? Because nakita nila ang reality ng massive death?
In my opinion din, kasi parang, syempre this happened after the New Year, di ba? So, parang everyone was really happy and then suddenly, there are news, there are memes, na biglang end of the world, World War III, and then what started out as a joke online, maybe for millennials, is something na growing very terribly scary, especially with what happened na bigla nang may sumabog, meron ng mga namatay, meron ng naapektuhan. And for me, what happened really shook the world kasi it woke them up na, oh, World War III na naman, parang as a species, hindi na tayo natuto, hindi na tayo maglo-learn sa lessons natin, which is scary. So, parang wake-up call siya sa akin din na stop muna yung dalawa. What happens? Kailangan maging careful tayo kasi this is very dangerous with what will
Ikaw,
happen.
Josh.
Sa akin po din, parang the explosion that happened, it was a sign that if Iran and America continued the way they were fighting each other or approaching the problem, it would mean more lives lost. Para sa akin din po naman, hindi naman necessary na kailangan may namatay, lalo na po yung pagbomba kay Iranian general. hindi naman siya dapat nangyari in the first place. Pero sabi nga ni Trump na it was because of a threat nga daw na meron. Pero for me, diplomacy would have been a better option rather than a drone strike to the general convoy.
Alam mo, no, yung sitwasyon na ganyan, no, you could just imagine this. If the warfare will be missile against missile or missile against missile, maring umabot sa Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
And nasa mutual defense treaty natin with America, a strike on any of the countries in the Pacific area will be treated as a strike against the other country.
Yes.
So, halimbawa, kung may tinamaan na American boat doon, obliged tayo na we have to get into war also.
Yes.
But the extent of our participation, naka-stake rin naman sa mutual defense treaty. That's the repercussion doon. Kaya nakakatakot. So, iyon ang sitwasyon dyan. Tsaka, meron pang isa eh. Yung mga tao, no, di ba? Makikita mo yung mga human, yung mga nagrarally, yung mga ayaw nila, the massive amount of people coming out. You could just imagine.
Yung crowds.
Yes, kung ang
One of
nuclear
the
war.
biggest crowds nung funeral.
Yes, sa Iran.
Kung sumabog yun, kung pasabog yun, andain na namang patay.
Patay.
So, ang hirap nga nung, mabuti na lang medyo naibsan ngayon, konting naglaylo. And hopefully hindi na mag-escalate. Ang huling nangyari niyan, alam niyo kung ano, hindi pa kayo, you were not even conceived and planned out, yung Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yes.
It happened in October of 1962 when Soviet Russia sent missiles sa Cuba na nakita ng Amerika na within striking distance na sa kanila.
Yes.
So nagkaroon ng quarantine ang US sa lahat ng pumapasok na Russian warship. Doon nagka-standstill. Doon nagka-face-to-face.
Yes.
Talagang pwede na magbakbakan noon until Premier Khrushchev nag-blink siya, sabi niya, hindi, atras na kami. Pero actually, ang undertone doon, may agreement na yung mga missiles sa Turkey ng Amerika tatanggalin ng Amerika. So, quid pro quo.
Yes.
So, but natapos ng maayos. Di man natapos ng maayos. So hopefully nga, sana hindi na mangyari yan. Okay, punta naman tayo ngayon sa local issue. Si Secretary of Foreign Affairs, the hepe ng ating diplomat, lumabas sa kanyang opisina, hinarap ang mga rallyist at sinabi niya na suntukin daw siya.
Sana
Sino
sinuntok
sabi
na.
niya? O ano masasabi mo, Josh, ikaw?
Sana sinuntok na. No, din. Kidding aside.
Sana suntukin na. Okay.
Kidding aside naman po. He's very brave actually. Sa administrasyon ngayon ni Duterte, iilan lang yung mga public officials na kumakausap talaga directly sa constituents niya. Lalo na sa cabinet secretaries niya, iilan lang yung mga tao, yung mga secretaries na that went out into the street and actually talked to the rallyists. The DFA secretary was an example. Doon may mga suntukan ngang nangyari. Ay, amok pala. Pero,
Hamunan.
Hamunan.
Oo.
Ayan po. Pero the bravery, the courage, I guess transparency, accountability, isa na din yun, to face the crowds, questioning him about our president's policy, is commendable.
Alright. Ikaw naman, Josh. Gabriel.
Siguro medyo differing opinion yung akin. Well, that's good din naman kasi na we're sharing. For me, yung paglabas niyan and sinasabi niya na, sige, bugbugan tayo is a sign of, parang, for me lang naman, immaturity. Kasi as a public official, syempre expected is the level of professionalism and respect. Especially this position na mas mahirap, especially na dito. Kasi yung issue niya is sa DFA and dun sa mga ipapadala na soldiers sa Iran.
Okay.
Sa Iraq. That's a very touchy issue. Especially meron din mga Pilipino na dapat tanggalin from there. What would you do if you're the family member? Siyempre, mas emotional ka mag-act kaysa rational. And it's not expected from a very high official, in my opinion.
Ito naman, Micah.
To add to that, yun nga, medyo I agree with what he said kasi lalo na to think of Locsin as the Secretary of DFA. Siya yung, kumbaga, happy siya ng mga diplomat.
Diplomat. And when you say diplomat,
And when you say diplomat is defined as someone who handles
Yes.
matters in a diplomatic, in a non-violent, and in a mature, in a, parang, siya yung dapat nagsisettle ng mga ganong kind of dispute. And then, a certain level of professionalism, ika nga, and dapat, he could have handled it more professionally, more calmly, kasi that's, if it's one thing to expect from one person, yun yung pinaka dapat na expect from him.
Lalo na public official.
Oo. And then, ayun nga, like, parang wala rin namang magandang patutunguhan yung ginawa niya. Nakatulong ba sa issue? So, yun. Parang,
o gusto ko yun, nakatulong ba sa issue yun, di ba?
and
That's the
naging
point.
meme lang siya. And very nakaka-ridicule, hindi lang sa kanya, pero sa position niya and sa government mismo, yung lumalabas sa pictures na mag-bomb, ano pa siya, photobomb, yun ng mga protesters. So parang medyo nakaka-degrade sa level of nobility and respect that we require from those kinds of positions.
O nga, di ba, usually when you say diplomatic naman, ang ibig sabihin nun, you are calm, tactful, under pressure, di ba, collected, and ibig sabihin, not agitated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. First of all, tama rin. It's commendable that he went in front of the rallies and tried to talk to them. But the intention may be good, but the manner by which it was delivered, para rin sa akin, was really out of whack, ika nga, Mr. Secretary. Because as our young people said, no, you represent what calmness and non-agitation should have been the expression. And yet, sabi mo, suntukin niyo ako. tapos, out, sabi niya. And then, bugbugin ba? Bugbugin niyo ako. Something like that. And then, pina-out mo, tapos nagmustra kang, alika, come. So, tama nga, what's the point? How could it help the issue? No? How could it really help the issue? Pero kung he did it calmly, you know how it could help the issue? Kung he did it calmly. Now, people will say, okay, they can act rationally. People can act rationally in this government, and they can persuade people to talk intelligently. Ang maganda nun, sana ang ginawa niya, di ba, Micah, Josh, at saka Gab, what are your, anong mga hinaing niyo? Ilista niyo na, at titingnan natin lahat ito, kahit ano pa iyan, just give it to me, okay, sit down there, and siguro, sabihin niya pa, I will wait for what you, sige, dito tayo sa init ng araw, and let's wait, and let's have coffee, everybody. What could have been, if that could have been done, di ba?
Kasi ngayon din, parang, ang in-expect ng parents is comfort, di ba?
Yes.
With the fear they have abroad for their loved ones. Common kapwa Pilipino na nagagalit is the least thing they're expecting to happen.
Yes, yes. Oo nga eh. Ayun. Okay. So, nako, bigat ng pinag-uusapan natin, ha? Well, isa pang mabigat muna, bago tayo mag-break, ha? West Philippine Sea. Anong tingin nyo? How, yung approach ng ating gobyerno, instead of asserting,
Lack of thereof.
Or lack of thereof.
the West Philippine Sea comprehensive judgment by the International Hague Tribunal, yung approach natin is, for whatever it may be worth to them, to the government, parang we're attracting investment, welcoming loans, and even welcoming so many Chinese in the Philippines. Sabi nga sa immigration, since 2016, okay, remember, 2016 was the start ng kay Duterte. Since 2016, around 3 million Chinese came in already. Maybe yung iba, overstaying na nga. So what can you say about that?
In relation to, yung sa West Philippine Sea, siguro, Ideally, we would expect the government to be the first to invoke the ruling. Siyempre kasi it's in favor of us, our sovereignty. Pwede natin yung gamitin to our advantage. And nakaka-disappoint kasi yun nga, walang ginagawang action yung government. And maraming nagagalit, bakit? Gano'n, na parang ang dami namang nations na tumutulong. Kunyari, yung Indonesia, di ba recently parang they were able to successfully shoo out
Yeah.
Chinese vessels
Get them out.
in
Diba? Yes.
sa West
Magandang
Philippine
example.
Sea.
Yeah.
And ang ironic kasi yung mga ganun pa yung kumbaga nagtatanggol ng land na yun for us. And marami nagtataka bakit ganito, ganyan, parang forgive me for the term, pero tangang move naman from the government. Ganun, parang why? But then we have to think again, siguro yun yung strategy nga ni Duterte kasi he's trying to create ties, stronger ties, economic ties with China, yun nga, with the loans happening and then ganun, with the influx. Maybe there's some sort of motive or there's a reason why hindi natin na-invoke yun. And nonetheless, parang hindi pa rin siya justifiable. Kasi we have to protect our land. It's it's our right and we have to, yun nga, like yung sinasabi nila recently na walang nangyayaring progress sa talks kasi yung EEZ natin, pinaglalaban natin and China doesn't want that. Hanggang dun lang, nasaan. So basically, walang progress. So yun, siguro in relation to the West Philippine Sea, yun siguro yung nangyayari. May ibang priority yung government natin ngayon.
Yeah, and I have to agree din na if guys look up the full text, meron yan online. It's really favorable to us. And so there's something wrong with the government not implementing it. Kasi it's in there na doon na yung decision. And it still saddens me and it's really disappointing na hindi nila ginagawa ng action. And kahit sa media, parang ang lumalabas pang kinakampihan natin, especially with the spokesperson, si Mr. Panelo, na do not treat the President's words seriously, and then hindi ginagawa namin ng talks yung China. Well, in fact, in reality, anytime pwede natin i-enforce yung decision na yun, all it takes is just one say from the President.
And it's possible.
And it's possible if we work together to achieve that goal. So, yun.
Ikaw, Josh.
For West Philippine Sea, siguro it speaks volumes of the foreign policy of President Duterte that he is welcoming Chinese investment. But the question is, at what cost? At the Philippine sovereignty's cost? At the Philippine people's cost? Kasi kung nagawa nga ng Indonesia, nagawa nga ng Vietnam,
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Sabi pa ng Malaysia, we're not that stupid.
yes.
Diba?
Even their prime minister warned us to be wary of Chinese investments, Chinese loans. Kasi pag hindi niyan mabayaran, iba yung hihingin sa'yo. The question now here is, bakit hindi i-push yung Hague Convention decision? Then but the other question on the other side of the house is that when you look at it internationally, even our US ally is hesitant to step in when we would want to invoke what is really ours. Siguro the hesitation of Mr. or President Duterte on invoking the decision would come to the realization that what if we invoke the decision and then we find ourselves alone in the community of nations? Though we understand that it may or may not happen, but the thing here is we cannot risk our country going on or invoking a decision that may on paper may be favorable to us, but when we apply it in practice, may not be.
Okay. Micah?
But there is ano rin naman, to add to that, I think this was a few years ago, merong nilabas yung isang justice na method. Ito sa news article, I think, if I'm not mistaken, from the Philippine Star, kung paano natin properly may implement. Yung
Actually, it's Justice Carpio.
Justice
Yes.
Carpio.
Antonio Carpio.
Kung paano natin properly mai-implement yung ganong kind of ruling. And it would be crucial to our, like, to the success of that kung our neighboring countries would be cooperating
Yes.
and would also recognize that kind of ruling. And then, siguro, totoo nga yung fear siguro ng government na like, what if we do that, it would be costly kasi like, what if no one would be there to back us? But then, yun nga, like, given that, I think that's where foreign policy and diplomacy would step in. That would be crucial kasi ang sinasabi nila, diplomacy at this point would not be efficient. But then, like, yung mga before, yung mga wars and everything, all of that was resolved naman through proper diplomacy. And there is Japan, there is Indonesia, there is Malaysia, and they're vocal. And they're not only vocal, they're the ones who sila yung nagpapadala ng mga ships, yung sila yung mismo nagsasabi na China shouldn't be there. And effective naman. Like, there are articles kung paano nila effectively nagagawa yun. So, I don't think there's any reason for the president to be afraid at this point.
Alam mo, when you study public international law, I think kung sa third year or second year na kayo, second sem, you will go through that subject, public international law. First of all, the traditional common notion is, ang hirap naman i-enforce ng international decisions. Because unlike in the municipal level, which means the local level, may mga sheriff, may mga police, pero sa international level, ang hirap na i-enforce ang international decision. But that notion is slowly being questioned. No? Yung na-erode na yon.
Yes.
Because in international law, there are 3 steps. The first step is to get the legal anchoring of your right. Kuha na natin yun.
Yes.
May decision na eh. Naka-first base na tayo. Then enforcement. Second is the political move of our political department, of the political department of the government. Ito na yung kakausapin niya unti-unti ang mga regions around the world to help him or help our country pressure the big country. Kaya nga ang G7 nagsabi na enforce that decision. Kaya nga we see Malaysia, we see Indonesia, most of the ASEAN countries says enforce the decision.
Yes.
So kaya nga ang New Zealand and Australia says enforce the decision. We have the Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States without saying the United States now is asserting, medyo na nag-lag behind sila, their supremacy again in this area. So makikita na natin the rightness of a consensus can really be had. Yun na sana ang second step. Kaya lang inang hindi natin natutungtong ngayon. Kung meron lang magawa na i-consolidate itong consensus na to, baka dyan pa lang. Itong consensus na to among nations will pressure China to comply. And then kung wala pang mangyayari, but we have the consensus already of the nations, the second step, we go to the third step, Security Council. So yon, those are the 3 layers of enforcement. Kaya yung mga nagsasabi, may naririnig ako dyan sa mga matataas na official natin, sinasabi, ang hirap naman i-enforce ng decision ng International Tribunal. Mahirap yon. Pero you have to go through the stages.
Yes.
Because this is international level and it takes time, patience. Sayang nga ito kasi nakikita na natin yung mga ibang regions of the world saying this is a landmark case internationally. Yun na sana, pero we have never reached that second stage because our government, in my personal opinion, imbis na i-assert yung ganon and secret consensus, ito, nag-invite tayo sa China. But anyway, okay, alright. Read comments before going on break. Okay, read comments. May mga comments na. Teka ha, babasahin ko ha. Alright, at sito naman, may mga nanonood na sa atin, mga Trandy Batarina is watching. Attorney Trandy. Ito, magaling na abogado yan. Si Dean Alshuway de Leon of the University of Cebu College of Law. My very good friend. My very, very good friend. Michelle Ann Constantino is watching. Beth Noprada Osila. Josel Mariano. Hi, Dean Mel FUIL represented. Si Josel Mariano. Okay, yeah, of course. Rain David, my former student, former professor sa person sa PLM, way back. Kasi noon, nagturo ko sa PLM, way back pa noon. Kaya lang, I just had to stop. And so I asked him to substitute me. And he was very good. But now, I'm back sa pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. Si John Pauline de la Paz is watching. You should be here, John. Sayang. Inayawan, hindi ka pwede. Roel Cruz, Virginia Dupitas, Malaya Paglinawan, Emmanuel Duay. Okay, kilala niyo ba yan?
Kaklase po.
Classmate ba natin yan?
Block 3.
Block 3, sana pumunta kayo dito.
Hi, Blocky!
Alan Mindanya. Okay, si Ed. The best arbitration lawyer in the country. Attorney Eduardo Rusca Ceniza. You must meet this guy. He is really very good in arbitration. Ron De Los Reyes. Hi, Ron. Kapatid sa TV5. Larry Saico, Alvin Andalio. Alvin. My loyal staff. Messenger. Pero, galing-galing yan. Jan, Alvin Hilario. So many pa. Nandito, JV Ramos, may kaklase ka bang nandito?
Yes po, sir.
Nanonood
Hello.
ba sila?
Kaway sa mga nag-comment. Si Rina
Okay.
Pineda, Muriel Aurelios, aming Beadle, and si Joshua Ginto. Hi,
Idol
guys.
ko to. Si Teresita Quintos Deles. She's my idol. Because ito yung namahala nung ating sa Mindanao. Mindanao issue nung araw nila Pinoy, di ba? Yeah. Si Gretchen Aquino Gayaw is also watching. Byron Perez, are you here? Nagma-masters ka, di ba, sa England, Byron? Jello Gutierrez, okay, Chichi Raz, Abigail Paquinto, madami. March Malang, our Consul General, one of the best consul of the Philippines. Si March Malang. I really like her job. Very, very industrious. And dati nasa Italy siya. And you know what? You could be like her. She was my former student. Very brilliant student in persons.
Wow.
Bea Legarda Carrion. Hi, Dr. Carrion, my classmate who is now in Florida. Catherine Joy. Mariel Aurelios. Hi, Mariel. Dapat ikaw kayo ni ano dito? Ni Micah. Okay, Rina. Mariel, meron siyang alam mo na rin. Joanna, Rina Pineda, etc. Madami. Irene Aguila, our professor sa FEU. Si Irene Aguila, teaching persons also, who was my former student also. Josel Ignacio, one of our best consuls. Alam mo, the Department of Foreign Affairs is one, if not the best department in our government. Lahat yan, mga professional. Hindi yan yung mga basta-bastang nandyan lang yan. Meron talaga silang kalibre. Alright, okay, nag-makeup sa atin. Si Cesar Lino, hi Cesar, nandiyan ka lang sa labas ng studio. Si Florinda Urbi. Okay.
Miss Urbi.
Yeah, Miss Urbi? Alright. Okay, anday pang nanonood. Juan Carlo Fadera, attorney. Our lawyer from FEU. Okay, at madami pang iba. Mamaya babasahin po natin si Benzi de la Fuente Guerrero. But in the meantime, sandali lang po, huwag kayong aalis. Babalik po kami. Mas interesting naman, medyo light naman ang ating pag-uusapan. After this break, sandali lang po. biglang mag-reaction. Oh, hi. Okay, at pag-usapan po natin dito ngayon, magiging movie critic kami today. Okay, pag-usapan natin ang last episode ng Star Wars. Comment. Gusto mo ba?
Okay lang siya, sir. As a Star Wars fan, charot. Hindi siya, it was okay, pero mas better pa rin yung last two movies ng newer franchise for me. Kasi feeling ko, parang ginawa na lang tong last na to for the fans. Like, medyo, commercialized.
Parang
In my
closure.
opinion. Oo, parang pampaclosure lang siya, sir. Tsaka, parang feeling ko, meron silang attempt to make it, yung paghaluin nila yung past and to make it belong pa rin to 2019. Kaya, spoiler alert, kaya binalik nila si Palpatine, gano'n. Diba? Parang,
Yeah.
saan ang galing yun?
Oo nga. Tapos parang ang dahil mga ghost na nag-a-appear eh.
Oo.
Sobra.
Sila Han Solo,
Si Luke.
bigla na lang lumabas sa likod,
Si Luke.
tapos si Leia. So parang, para lang sa akin medyo sumobra ng konti. Sana konting dialogue lang nawala na. Pero para silang nag-reflection doon di ba? Parang, di ba normally ang mga multo tinatakot ka? Pero ito, well anyway, ikaw.
In my opinion, it could have been better. Kasi I grew up with Star Wars talaga.
Okay.
Well, you can say na prequel era talaga ako yung 1, 2, 3. And most people hated it, while the original is still the best.
Okay.
Yung sequel trilogy, it felt like yung first episode was nostalgic. The second one, yung The Last Jedi, was subverting expectations, which is not in a way, not good din in a way, kasi marami siyang inintroduce sa canon na hindi naman dapat, maraming mga plot twist na hindi ina-expect, or hindi
Yes.
nag-fit sa general trilogy format ng Star Wars.
Talagang aral na aral ka, ha?
Super fan.
Super fan. O, ikaw.
Same with Mr. Gabriel, sir. Parang tinapos na lang kasi yung Rise of Skywalker for the purpose na we promised a trilogy for the new edition. I-trilogy natin. Huwag natin itapos sa pangalawa. Tapos ang daming characters na when you look at the canon, expanded universe, pati Legends, hindi naman sila ganon. Tapos pag tingin mo sa movie, wala, bakit gusto niyang patayin si ganito? Eh, hindi naman ganyan yung character niya. Gusto niya nga baguhin yung character nitong isa, pero bakit niya gustong patay? Parang
Medyo sabog din yung story.
cringy.
Yeah. Parang medyo ang daing pwedeng tanggalin,
Yes,
pero
po.
buo pa rin ang story, di ba?
Sobra.
Parang there are parts na dapat nasa Last Jedi, and there are parts na reserved for The Rise of Skywalker.
Opo.
Or in my opinion, yung reveal na, sorry sa hindi pa nakapanood, pero yung reveal na Palpatine
By this time, alam na nila yung mga comments. Pero, alam mo may mga movie na mag-a-add to ka some portions. Yung parang, okay, alright. Ang tagal namang matapos yung daldalan na yan. Pero let's say, for example, yung Aquaman. Napanood ba yung Aquaman?
No.
Ikaw napanood yung Aquaman? Ikaw napanood yung Aquaman? Grabe yun! No dull moment, di ba? Talagang jug. Talagang nakaganyan ka. Galing. Di ba? Tsaka yung mga Marvel superheroes, di ba?
Ay, Marvel,
Avengers.
the best.
The best talaga, wow, ang galing naman. So, doon mo makikita. So nice. Parang ayaw mo pang matapos. Tuloy, hinihintay mo yung sa the end.
Opo.
Yung di ba, may silang shot sa the end.
Apo.
Post-credits.
Post-credit
Oo,
scene.
post-credit.
Laging ganun in every Marvel movie.
Saan ka bang post-credit nakita yung yung huling scene, yung kontrabida, ang scene niya, yung Banawe Rice Terraces.
Si Thanos ba yun?
Oo, Infinity
The
War.
ano?
Infinity War. din.
Oo.
After
Infinity
nag-snap.
War.
Opo.
So, ibig sabihin,
Doon siya
sa Philippines
nag-retire.
ang next scenario ng bakbakan.
Opo. May Marvel superhero na po na from Philippines. Tapos binase kay Nadine Lustre yung character.
Filipina po yung
Yes po.
superhero.
Sino to?
Hindi ko alam yung name niya, pero
Apo.
parang water.
Parang
based.
water yung power yun.
Power niya.
Apo. Tapos ano?
Female
Apo.
Aquaman,
Parang ganun yung dating po.
Mag-audition na tayo. Baka pwede.
Si Miss Micah po pwede.
Babae ba, lalaki?
Babae.
Babae.
Ikaw, Micah, mag-audition ka na.
Or live action.
Baka ma-discover ka pa.
Yeah.
Another talent.
Pang Darna lang.
Dapat may sample ng Darna.
Ding ang bato, ganun.
Wow. Mamaya po, kakasama ko sila pero ila-live as tape namin isang reaction sa song. Di ba mahilig?
Patok na patok ngayon.
Oh, yung mga patok na patok.
Oo. Ganun.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So, yun, Star Wars. Ano pa ang mga preoccupation ng kabataan ngayon? May girlfriend ka na ba, Josh? Ha? Meron na? So, ibang klase ang tao, hindi niya alam kung meron o hindi.
Meron po.
Meron. Ikaw.
Meron po anniversary
Ikaw, Micah.
tomorrow.
Happy anniversary. Sino siya?
Anniversary. Kim Santiago, love you.
Uy, pa-shoutout gan.
Sino to, Kim? Kaklase mo ba to?
From Fine Arts po siya sa UP.
UP. At alam niyo po kasi si Micah from UP. Si, bago mag-law, si Gabriel from UP rin. Pero sa FU siya, sa Ateneo siya. At si Josh from LaSalle. So you have from LaSalle, you have from UP, you have from Ateneo. Pero lahat kami, we like persons
Yes.
and family.
Ilang
relations.
person.
Di ba? Okay, alright, di ba? So, teka muna, nasa na ba ako? Ikaw, Micah, may
Boyfriend.
Wala pa. Malapit na siguro. Like, si Micah, madaming... alam mo, may tatanong ako sa mga girlfriend niya. Basta pakilala niyo sila sa akin.
Nako.
Micah,
Ire-rest.
ano tatanong ko sa girlfriend?
Ano yun, sir?
One word lang. Why? Why? Oh, why?
Magandang itanong nga.
Tapos dalawang sagot. Ay, dalawang words.
Pero ikaw, kung tinanongin ko boyfriend mo, why? Ano sasagot mo?
2 words lang naman.
Ano yun?
Why not?
Galing.
Approve si ano!
Galing.
Kita nyo? Oh,
Wala
kayo mga atenista, marunong na sumagot. Di ba? O, coachan mo na yung boyfriend mo. Well, anyway, alam mo I have 2 daughters. I have 1 son. Mga daughters ko, may mga boyfriend na rin, no? Kayo ba nakikialam ang mga parents nyo ba sa may boyfriend, girlfriend kayo? Ngayong mga these days. Ikaw, Micah. Let's say mo, sa nature ng mga parents mo, what do you think? What's your opinion?
Oo naman, like, they try to be involved kasi gusto nila ako kilalanin. Pero, hindi naman sila yung nagme-meddle. At saka, ako kasi, personally, if meron ng relationship, wow! I wanna be
This year. Yeah.
open. Carry this year. Ayun, I wanna be open about it naman. Like, hindi naman, it's not that I wanna hide naman or parang, full disclosure. Pero kasi, like, kunyari, diba, if you have a relationship, gusto mo sila i-keep around. And kung serious ka, kung serious ka naman, you want them to know your family and vice versa. So, gusto mong kahit papano, medyo intertwined yung...
Pero alam mo, Micah, siguraduhin mo lang, ha? Ito, unsolicited advice from your prof. Dapat hindi psychologically incapacitated.
Sir.
Yari
Chiming
ka.
Choy.
Article 36 yan.
Article 36, no to Chiming Choy.
Dahil kaso nun, ha? Nabera. Yan. Ikaw,
Sana
ikaw.
Open naman po yung parents ko.
Very good. Kasi siguro yung mga parents nyo, yung mga kaedad na namin, yung mga parents nyo.
Apo.
Then, mas sila pa nga po nag-encourage na, labas na kayo ng girlfriend mo kasi maghapon ka na nag-aaral.
Wow.
Sige, mag-date kayo. So, open naman po sila sa ano. And
Ano pangalan ng girlfriend mo?
Kim Santiago.
Kim. Wow, Kim, you're very lucky.
Yes. Sa akin po,
May pangalan ng girlfriend mo, if you might?
Or partner.
Bakit may na-hide girlfriend mo? You must be proud of your girlfriend.
Kaya ko, sir. Jessica po.
Jessica. Wow, what a beautiful name.
Yes po. Sa amin naman po, may paalala lang palagi ng mga magulang ko na dapat matapos yung law school above everything else. So, ganun naman, yes po. Ganun naman po yung inclination ko. Then, I try to balance out my time sa law school and with Jessica.
Alam mo, when I was studying law, I had a girlfriend. Misis ko na siya ngayon.
Sana all.
Sana true.
Sana all.
She's my wife. Alam mo sabi sa akin ng wife ko. Micah, alam mo sabi sa akin ni Ma'am
Ano
Auntie,
yun, sir?
professor rin sa Ateneo
Oo
yun.
nga, persons din.
Persons rin, persons. Alam mo sabi ng wife ko sa akin, ito sabi. Mel, basta't na-discover kitang ng kichiks, I will assure you, you will not die a natural death. O, ito na yung panyo, sayang. Nakakatawa ba? Joke lang yan. Parin yung brutal ng asawa ko yun sa akin. Pero alam mo, ito, sigurado tatawa dito sila. I already, having been married for so long, a year already, ito advice ko sa inyo, lalo na kayo sa mga lalaki, itong Micah, ito sabihin mo sa magiging asawa mo.
Ayan.
Ito, in a marital relationship, this is the secret of a lasting marital relationship. Ito ang secret. Dito na lang ako titingin. Ito ang secret, makinig kayo mabuti. This is the advice for this program. In a marital relationship, there are two sides.
Ay, ano yan, sir?
Two sides. The first side is the husband's side. Ito, tatandaan to, Micah. Sabihin mo to sa asawa mo. And the other side is the right side.
Ay, tama din.
Totoo yun,
Tama,
though.
tama din.
I agree.
Correct side.
Tama din.
Pero makinig kayo sa asawa niyo. Kasi
A happy wife is a happy life.
Yes.
Ganun, di ba?
Ay,
Magaling talaga sila. Iyan ang mga nag-aral ng persons and family relations under me. Okay. Ang mga anak ko, I don't really prevent them from having boyfriend, girlfriend. Because the more you do, the more
The
they
more
will
they-
rebel.
yes.
Diba? The more they will rebel. And I know the boyfriends of my daughter, kilala ko, they come here, dito. So they're okay. So, ano pa preoccupation nyo? Na mga millennial ba kayo?
Gen Z? 1997.
Gen Z.
Gen
Okay.
Z.
Alam nyo ba itong larong to? Patintero.
Ay, yes, din.
Naglalaro ka pa noon? Pero naglalaro ka noon? Ikaw
Patintero
naglalaro ka
ba
nun?
yung gano'n?
Oo, ganun.
Oo, yan. Kita mo.
Hindi yung ganun.
Ito. Shako.
Ano yun?
Hindi nyo na alam.
Anong rules din?
Anong role din? Paano panalaroin?
Tinatapon sa iyo yung kahoy na ganitong kalaki. Tapos binebaseball bat mo.
Opo din.
Opo.
Tapos parang baseball.
Habang
pero ang bola,
tumataas.
ganito.
Opo. Tapos tatakbo ka bago mag-gulay.
Naglalaro ba kayo noon?
Opo, nabutan ko.
Nakakita na ba kayo ng nanghuli na ba kayo ng ng mga
Tutubi.
tutubi?
Yes.
Never pa.
Never?
Mahirap
Yes,
po eh.
din.
Mabilis.
Ako, nanguhuli kami ng mga bata namin.
Sa amin po bote sa probinsya. Tapos gagat.
Ganon? Binobote niyo pa?
Opo.
Hindi niyo
Mas
ginaganyan. Hindi naman mamamatay yun eh. Kasi kung hindi mamamatay yun, kukunin niyo lang kaagad.
Lamok din yung nahuhuli.
Okay.
Langaw.
Alam niyo pa ba ang makinilya?
Yung yung pantahe.
Pantahe? No.
Yun ba yung, sir, typewriter?
Correct. Yun yung keyboard nyo ngayon. Kaya lang noon,
Ay,
kami noon makinilya at
Gaganon mo.
tinatak.
Nakala ko yung pantahe.
Yes.
Ganun.
Nakapasok na ba kayo sa telephone booth?
Yes.
Telephone.
Ikaw, naalala mo ba yung telephone booth? Noon, ang basta si Superman, gusto niya maging Superman,
yung
pumapasok
parang-
siya ng
Opo,
telephone
okay.
booth.
Ayan.
So, ikaw,
Nakapasok.
Micah.
Oh, yes, sir. Pero yung bago na, hindi yung di 5 pesos yung
Okay. Okay. Ano pa ba? Kaya ako natanong sa inyo yan kasi ang mga bata ngayon naka-fixated na sa internet, saka cellphone, saka tablet, e-phone, di ba? Parang virtual na lahat.
Pag ano nga daw, sir, di ba? Pag meron ng kakain na, tapos meron ng pagdating ng order, imbis na mag-pray before eat, mag-picture
Picture
muna
muna.
before eating.
Selfie muna.
Oo.
Ganon.
Instagram, ganun.
Alam niyo ba, talking about selfie, there was a news item na sa beach daw. Mas madami pang namamatay na nagse-selfie kesa namamatay na kinakain ng pating. Nabasa mo na yun? Di ba?
Pero
Dito
parang
selfie
totoo.
ng selfie siguro, biglang nalunod, di ba?
Or accidents
Nabago.
pa nga po yung
So what do you think? Ang mga ang ano niyo ba, ang generation niyo ba so much dependent on these gadgets? Yung mga selfie, let's say for example, kayo, information age kayo, no? Isang Google nyo lang. Alam nyo na at least yung ibig sabihin.
Yes.
Pero kami noon, nagre-research kami sa mga library, hinahalukay namin. Sa tingin nyo, that's good, no? Pero do you think there's a downside there? Micah, ikaw.
For me, nakakatulong talaga yung technology. And I feel like maraming ginawa ngayon yun nga, maraming technological developments ngayon in hopes of making our lives easier. Tsaka, sobrang convenient niya. Pero in a way, nakaka-disconnect siya and it makes things less human. So, we have to be, siguro it's not technology's fault. Like, we also have to be mindful na parang we have to, use it responsibly, and then we have to be mindful of what we post, and we also have to be mindful na parang dapat meron pa rin tayong siguro schedule, like kunyari ako, like I try to limit yung time ko sa social media, especially when studying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ganon, oo.
Yeah.
And then yun nga, like parang siguro it's nice to have it with you, like parang it's just nice to know na you have something there to help you out. Pero parang for me, hindi pa rin, it's still better na authentic yung interactions mo, relationships mo with people. Iba pa rin yung imbes na FaceTime na parang meeting up with them in person, catching up, ganun.
There's a question here, Josh. Josh and Gab. Sagutin mo, ha? Bernadette Interino Bombase asked
Okay.
this question. Do they know how to use a rotary phone?
I don't even.
Yung bang ginagawa din.
Siguro yung Dayan.
Opo, marunong ako.
Yeah.
So, bagay, madali lang gawin. But, like for example, no, ang reaction nyo kaagad, siguro ito yung ganito, no?
Oo.
Pero nung araw namin, alam na namin kung ano yun. But anyway, sige, go ahead. What you're saying?
Yung doon po sa generation po namin if dependent sa technology. May term kasi na kino-quote yung mga sociologists ngayon na digital natives. And whenever I think of that word, I always think of the movie WALL-E. Kasi everyone started out as this hopeful technological human race na nasa space. Tapos it ended up with technology helping them from sleeping to eating to sleeping and education.
Yeah.
And then it ended up parang tumaba na sila, nakaupo na lang sila, tapos may advertisement silang pinapanood. So, it's a scary visualization of what might happen if we rely too much on technology. Pero yun nga yung sinabi niya kanina na kailangan may moderation pa rin. It's not the technology that's may mali, kundi yung usage and manner paano natin ikokontrol yung sarili natin.
Alam mo ba, Josh?
Yes po.
Nung high school ako, walang microwave.
Oh my God.
Alam mo yung microwave?
Yes po.
Alam mo na, di ba?
Opo.
Yung mga ready-made na pagkain, iinit mo doon. Walang microwave. Talagang niluluto namin.
Oo.
Do you imagine yourself na mabubuhay sa ganong klaseng environment?
Yes din.
Talaga?
Yes po.
Yes, sir. Kasi yung ako dati sa UP, like sa kung saan ako nagsistay dati, yung mom.
Nag-dorm ka ba sa UP?
Yes, sir. Doon ako nagsistay kasi from the province ako. Tapos yung mom ko, hindi rin siya naniniwala sa, medyo na masama, na helpful yung microwave.
Okay.
Parang more bad siya than good. So, di niya ako binigyan ng microwave sa condo para daw mapilitan ako magluto. And naman, like, na-survive naman namin. Kasi yun nga, mapipilitan ka na mag-init ka ng sarili mong food. And nakaka-tempt din kasi na i-microwave na lang. Pero iba pa rin kasi yung
Nanonood si Gladys Lana Lucas is watching in ang Top Boss sa Radyo 5. Baka ma-discover kayo. Ha? Yun yung partner ko sa relasyon. 12:30 to 2 o'clock every day sa Radyo 5, 92.3 News FM at saka po sa 1PH, Channel 6, Signal. Okay. So, ikaw,
Kaya
Josh.
din.
Kaya mo?
Kasi po yung nung high school po ako, kasama po ako sa Boy Scout of the Philippines. Tapos, pag-graduate ko, ako po yung parang head scout sa sa college namin, sa high school. Tapos, nung before po ako nag-political science sa Lasal, I was a cadet in MAA po, Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific. Tapos, tinuruan po kami ng basic survival. Tapos, kung gusto niyo po, at gusto niyo po, lutuan ko kayo ng adobo.
Marunong ka ba magsaing?
Yes po.
Ikaw marunong ka magsaing? Siyempre, si Micah marunong magsaing.
Yes naman.
Okay, alright. Akala ko hindi kayo marunong magsaing. So,
Ganun.
May ano
Oh,
pa yun,
yes.
measurement pa
Technique.
yun.
so marunong ako gumawa ng spaghetti.
Yes, Dean.
Oh, syempre. Basta marunong ako magsaing. Marunong ako mag-spaghetti.
Apo.
Yes.
Yan. Ako nung bata ako nung high school, nung una ako nagtangkang mag-barbecue. Nagluto ako. Di kinain ko afterwards, sumakit siyang ko. Dahil hilong pa pala.
Maitim na
Sobrang
pala
ng
siya.
vinegar.
Oh no.
So, yun.
Sakit sa
So,
tiyan.
yun, no, yung mga araw na namin, no. Nung araw namin, walang computer, walang laptop. Alam mo, nung araw, naglo-law school ako, Micah, pumupunta ako sa library at nagpapaserox ako. Ngayon, available na sa
Online.
online yung mga cases.
Opo.
Kayo ba mabubuhay ng ganon?
Ang hirap no.
Hirap na.
There was a time pa nga sa amin noon, kailangan mo yung cases, di ba? Kinakuha mo na yung Philippine Reports. Hindi pa skranan eh. Philippine Reports, okay, binuksan mo na. May pumunit nung case.
Ay, yari.
Tapos ikaw pa tinawag ni Prof. Hindi mo naman nasabing may pumunit ng case, sir.
Hindi mo mababasa.
Oo, yun. Teka.
Wala rin daw highlighter nun, sir.
Wala,
Pagkakarinig ko. So, ang hirap nun sa law
Underline
student.
ballpen.
Ibo-ballpen mo talaga.
Yung Persons and Family Relations book nyo, madumi.
Yes,
Ako, sir, yun yung pinaka-used and abused na libro.
Colorful.
Puro kidlat.
Kidlat. Okay yun. Okay. Teka. Pero ano pa ba ang hindi familiar sa inyo na ginagamit namin nung araw? Marunong ba kayo mag-Jolens?
Ice, yes, sir.
Jolens. Alam mo yung Jolens?
Yes.
Ikaw, alam mo yung Jolens?
Yung thing, alam ko din. Pero yung rule, hindi ko alam.
Marble!
Ganun.
Ang Jolens, meron kang
Ganun.
4 na buta sa lupa, tapos sinushoot mo. Una makashoot at makabalik, panalo. Ngayon, kung ikaw, nakashoot ka sa unang hole, tapos hindi mo na-shoot yung pangalawa, tapos may susunod na sa'yo. Na-shoot niya sa isang hole, either sushoot niya sa pangalawa o titirahin ka
Oo.
para ma-out ka. Kung ma-out ka, wala na siyang kalaban, panalo siya.
Kasi ba yung kukunin din nila yung hollow?
Oo, pwedeng ganun.
Pwede rin yun. So wala na yun.
Wala.
Naranasan ko yun.
Pero, ngayon nakikita ko sa mga gadget nyo, may mga games na rin eh.
Yung version po namin nung Holland, yung Bidaman.
Okay.
Yung parang...
Parang Gundam siya na binabato. Ganun din eh, binabato po ng marble. Tapos pag natamaan yung kabilang robot, ma-out siya. Ganun po yun.
Pero like for example, Micah ngayon, kamukha nun kami. Actually, basta tinira mo ng Jolens, pluk! Naririnig mo yung yung hit ng Jolens. Tsaka may tension ka pa. Ngayon, makakapagpanood ka na lang nag-iispadahan sa TV,
Opo.
di ba? Pero hindi mo na nararamdaman yung
Yung
pagdikit ng mga espada. Don't you think may nami-miss out kayo sa mga ganong klaseng laro?
Sir, in a sense, yes. Like, meron, kumbaga, yung mga natututunan namin ngayon as digital natives, natuturo pa namin.
Ano
Sa
tawag nyo?
digital natives. Natuturo
Wow.
pa yun
3D
sa,
digital, gano'n.
you know, to older generations, ganun. Pero nakaka-curious and amused din yung mga kinakwento sa akin ng parents ko na dati, like, wala pa daw cellphone, so may mga beeper daw, ganun.
Yes, correct.
Tapos,
yeah.
Pager,
before that, talagang sulat talaga kung gusto mo makipag-usap, ganun. So, parang, yung kunyari, ngayon, magsasend ka ng text, makukuha na agad. Tapos before, kunyari, nagliligawan kayo, mga 2 weeks pa makarating yung letter mo.
And talking about ligawan, ikaw ba dinadalaw mo ang girlfriend mo sa bahay
Ah,
niyo?
yes, sir.
Nag-i-stay ka doon, let's say 30 minutes, 1 hour?
Opo, nagdadala
Ikaw?
pa nga po
Yes,
regalo.
dinner po.
Wow, okay
Traditional po yun.
Wow.
At wow, traditional. Buti naman. Kasi ngayon, inaalala ko, baka nagliligawan na lang sa cellphone.
Ay,
Nagpo-propose sa
sir?
cellphone.
Tinder.
Meron po app yun.
Oo,
Opo,
sir. Mga
Tinder.
dating apps
Yan.
ngayon.
Meron?
Yes, sir.
Ano yung native apps
Tinder,
na?
Dating
Bumble,
app siya,
yeah.
sir.
Dating.
So, parang, yun, may Tinder, may Bumble. Tapos, yung gagawin dun, sir, andun na yung profile nyo. Mga kayo pipili ng gusto nyong pictures na gusto ipakita. Tapos, isa-swipe lang nila left. kung
Tas
kung ayaw
interested,
ata
ay,
nila or kung
tama.
gusto.
Left,
Kung
right.
gusto ata,
Left,
swipe left kung gusto. Tapos pa swipe right kung ayaw.
Next
Tapos
person.
oo, tapos pag merong nag-swipe left din sa inyo, sir, match kayo. So pwede na kayo mag-usap.
Wow!
Ganun lang
May FB
kabilis.
dating din.
Ay, may
Talaga?
FB dating.
Man, talagang ganon. Pero hindi ba delikado yun? Kung it turns out na nagloloko lang pala itong nasa kabilang side.
Meron
May
din.
ganun.
Marami,
Di
sir.
ba?
May mga posters din, mga fake account, ganun. Kaya, yun talaga, be mindful of who you talk to
Oo nga eh.
online.
How do you make sure ngayon na ang binabasa nyo hindi fake news?
From, ako, sir.
Journalism.
Oo nga!
Ikaw, yeah.
From a journalistic
Mascom.
standpoint
Oo.
po, i-research ko po muna yung...
Journalism ka nga, no?
Yes.
No undergrad. Ikaw undergrad mo, Micah.
Political science.
Political science.
Political
ka.
science.
Poli-sci. Oh, okay.
Policy.
We have a course po kasi na fact-checking in one semester. So, during the time na tumatakbo si Duterte for presidency, yung buong class po namin nagpa-fact-check ng everything na sinasabi niya. So, siguro yung nakuha ko po yung training doon under Professor Evelyn Chua. Hello po. Na-carry over ko po in everyday life na, ano ba, may Facebook post. Una po i-google ko. If it appears on different media, it's probably true. Pero syempre, pwede ring fake yung media na yon. Check ko rin po. Or syempre, yung easiest keywords, bawa Taal Volcano fake or or email fake. Just to check if it's real or not. Yun, sa Google pa lang, marami na pong tools na makikita.
By the way, naka-receive tayo ng latest news. This has to be verified, no?
Yes po.
Na Taal Volcano just erupted. Just hope na walang napinsala doon.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, we will follow that news. Okay, so alam mo kasi, no, ako nasa broadcasting ako and Lucy Cruz Valdez, my boss, no, sa TV5 News. Sabi niya, no, maingat yun eh. Siya basta't may binigay sa kanya, she wants it to be verified personally. At least 3 or 4 times. Kung hindi, if you don't go through that level, not news, baka makuryente. Ganun ka.
And ano rin, sir, yung mga sources. Like, maraming mga fake websites ngayon,
Yes.
di ba, na, kunyari,
Yes.
akala mo legit siya kasi Inquirer. Pero
Or maraming
may
following.
mga ano pala, like mismong links. Ang legitimate lang daw, sir, kunyari na Inquirer is inquirer.net. Tapos mga iba, kunwari totoo kasi inquirer.ph.
Oo.
Pero yun pala fake na
Fake.
siya. Ganun.
Oo
So,
nga.
madaling madupe.
Parang
yung
rehash
mga
na lang siya ng original website.
Yung ano, yung how about the political awareness ng mga kabataan ngayon? What do you think?
For me, sir, it's good kasi they're actively trying to engage in
Are they engaging enough?
Yes, sir.
Are they
In my-
engaging enough today?
In my experience, it's lacking. But they are trying to. They're trying to connect. They're trying to voice out to the people at large that, hey, we're here, listen to us because we will be assuming your responsibility. We want to understand what's happening. Please also listen to us. Parang ganun nangyayari. Kagaya nung si Mayor Soto, he's really young but he's a mayor. And he's one of the forebears, torch bearers, mga ganun na term, for us youth to actually participate in the political arena, the political discourse in the
Well, Dean Sol Derequito Mawis of Lyceum Law School nanonood sa atin. Hi, Dean Sol. Tsaka si Dean Vivian Martin Pagiriga ng UP College of Law. Hi, Dean. Oh, ano pa? Ikaw, what do you think?
Sa ano po din.
Sa our young people now engaging enough in political activities or political awareness, consciousness?
In my opinion po, siguro sa awareness, pasok na pasok talaga yung criteria na yon for the millennials. Kasi for digital natives, it's much more easier to express online, to air their own opinion, and even react through memes. Yung parang when
Patawa.
something is very political, gagawin nilang nakakatawa. And memes can be very viral to the point na even if hindi ka naman interested sa topic na yon, syempre, human curiosity points na ano yon? Bakit nila pinag-uusapan? Bakit siya uso? Bakit kumakalat? So, in awareness, pasok po tayo doon. Pero sa engagement, I think medyo lacking pa. Kasi when it comes to siguro going to rallies or participating naman in official government activities, medyo wala pa yung engagement na ina-expect natin sa kanila na nakikita natin online. So, yun po yung tingin.
Ikaw, Micah.
I agree with that po. Kasi, totoo na, it's easier kasi ngayon na magsabi ng opinion mo.
Yes.
Like, lalo na sa Twitter, there's this thing na tawag sa
Mabilis.
Twitter, woke Twitter.
Yes, yes.
Sir,
That's a
kasi,
good point.
maraming woke sa Twitter.
True.
Ka nga. It means na, yun nga, marami kang alam, you're aware of the situation. But then it's easier said than done kasi. Like, maraming nagka-clash, na marami nagko-call out. Call out culture is very prominent ngayon, especially since madali na mag-call out sa social media. But then, it's harder to engage kasi yung, like, it's easier to say that, but then what are you actually doing? Like, marami pa rin sa universities ngayon, like, makikita mo, in that small scale pa lang, sa election turnouts, like, ilan ba yung bumoboto sa student council elections? Less than 50% is the average.
Less than 15, almost.
Oh, 20, ganun. Sa amin in UP Manila, mga 8% lang per college, ganun.
Alam mo,
It's saddening.
you have a point. This Twitter revolution, this Facebook revolution, you get tidbits of news.
Yes po.
You have tidbits of opinion. Like for example, you get Trump, di ba? Mahilig siya mag-tweet.
Yes.
The problem really with those messages is that you might tend to sensationalize and
Yes.
oversimplify.
Yes.
Yes.
At kung na-sensationalize nyo yan at oversimplify sa tweet, it could lead to misinformation. Wala nang wisdom. Nag-away si X tsaka si Y. Okay, fine, nag-away. So, okay, news na yan. Pero in real news talaga, you probe into the reason why, di ba? So, yun ang danger. Both sensationalism and oversimplification of messages now.
And, syempre ngayon, madali na mag-post. So, mahirap mag-fact check. Like, a lot of people go viral on Twitter. But then, you're not really sure of where that source
Yeah.
comes from.
Then-
And yung problematic din sa Twitter is, in terms of, yung sa legal terms, walang due process yung mga nako-call out.
To add, parang there's also since na sabi mo naman yung culture of calling out, there's also a culture of smart shaming.
Yeah.
When you ask them, what's your legal basis? What's your facts? They tell you na, talino mo naman, umalis
Ikaw
na
naman
nga
talino.
din. Ikaw na, sige, kami na,
Yeah.
kami na.
Kaya
ganitong-
mahirap
oo.
mag-ano ng
wala
discourse.
na.
It's hard,
Yeah,
yes po. It's
yeah.
hard to engage. Kasi when you ask them to engage with you on an intellectual level, they shame you. They're like, okay, sige, memes na lang tayo.
And it's ironic, sir, kasi ngayon, parang kahit ganun, very sensitive pa rin yung mga tao ngayon to political correctness. Like, parang konting lang, you get, you get clout for it.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Ano pong masasabi, ito meron pong nag-text sa atin, ano pong masasabi ninyo sa issue noong translasyon na kinonfiscate ng isang police general ang cellphone ng PNA news reporter para i-delete yung video na nakuhanan? Well, simple lang po ang sagot ko dyan. Maling-mali. Sobra pong mali. Unang-una po, bakit magko-confiscate? Baka theft po yun. Hindi kanya yun. Bakit kukunin? Di ba?
Walang warrant.
Correct.
Warrant.
Yes.
Walang warrant.
Yes. Number two, there was no expectation of privacy.
Yes.
It was million.
Ito sa public event.
Yes.
It was a public event with no expectation of privacy at all. Lahat pwedeng mag-cellphone. Lahat may pwedeng mag-video. Lalo na po reporter yon.
Yes.
We could understand na wala nang doon walang signal.
Oh.
Pinatay lahat ng signal doon kasi nga baka mayroong mga terorista, di ba?
May
Pero ito
magpasabog.
nagre-report lang siya. That is very wrong po. Nobody can get another person's property
Without consent.
except under the law and
Yes.
without consent. Tama. Dapat may consent. Tama ba yun? What have you learned in your... wala pa kayo Bill of Rights, no?
Bilo.
Tsaka freedom of information.
Yes po.
Kasi news reporter.
Very good question. Sino well, anyway, baka ayaw mong sabihin ang pangalan mo. Very good question. Very good question. Okay, punta ulit tayo dun sa ating, so yun ano, that's the, yun nga yung sinasabi ko, that's the danger of tweet messages,
Yes.
no? Especially if you are dealing with a very important event. A very important event. It tends to sensationalize, agitate, and pinakamatindi, oversimplify what's happening.
Yes.
Yun, in relation to that, sir, like, yung nangyari kay Trump sa Twitter na there was this thing before, early on, nung administration niya, mahilig siya mag-attack on Twitter. Tapos, like, maraming tao ginagawang meme si Trump na pinagtatawanan siya, yung pagka-orange niya, yung buhok niya, na like, na-oversimplify si Trump and then na-diminish yung icon niya into like, yeah, as in yung threat niya as a leader or yung position niya into a meme. Tapos parang medyo nakakawala siya ng hindi na tuloy nagiging pressing or that serious yung issue when handling Trump. Kasi parang nagawa siyang pop
yes.
culture icon instead of
Oo.
a national or like a political, something to be scared of because
Para
of his, yeah.
many people now are looking for those memes.
Yes.
po.
Para ano naman ang bagong memes ngayon? Wala nang depth. Bakit nangyayari yung sitwasyon? That's a good point. Talagang ang hirap. How about the issue of okay, let's go to persons and family relations. How about the issue of let's make same-sex marriage. Mahirap to. Ikaw, Micah,
Sir,
not
siguro,
yet decided?
ako, sir,
Decided
I'm
or against?
I'm for same-sex marriage, of course. I believe na everyone has, like, it's not even stated in our constitution na dapat it's a man and a woman who has to get married. Pero on a more particular note, like yung sa falsis case, a lot of people are disappointed kasi, or like parang na-dishearten sa decision ng Supreme Court that it's final. When,
Yes.
in a sense, they only stated the finality in terms of that case. So it means na it can always be filed again with better facts and with better standing. And that parang the fight isn't over yet. And that yun nga, like yun lang. Yun ang masasabi ko. Nakalimutan ko na.
Ikaw?
Pero yun.
Well, ako din, for din po ako. Pero knowing that the Catholic Church would always have something to say against it,
Of course.
siguro the safest way our legislators would put it, yung same-sex marriage, parang same-sex union, wherein parang they're living as husband and wife, pero parang hindi marriage. Parang medyo malabo, pero they're living as husband and wife.
Okay, ikaw naman, Josh.
Para sa akin po, I'm for same-sex marriage. Though my idea is, why not they make same-sex marriage legal, pero it does not involve the church. Like, I mean, the state should marry them, not the church. If the church does not want same-sex marriage because the thinking is the priest may be required to solemnize the same-sex marriage when it goes against the religion, siguro man po we can safely apply the separation of church and state in that issue, that if you want same-sex marriage, let the state marry you. Let the state recognize you as a married couple. But if you really want to go for the church and let the religion recognize you as a couple, it's a different matter, I guess. Because we cannot impose one's belief over another.
Like in relation to another case, diba? Like the state always has to respect religion, parang yung right nila of religion. But then in that sense, I think possible siya. I mean, legally it's possible. Yung climate natin kasi ngayon is very conservative. Like in terms of divorce, we're like the only country aside from the Vatican na hindi pa nagli-legalize ng divorce, ganun. But then I feel like it is kasi kung religion lang yung issue, 'di ba? If I'm not mistaken, Philippine Muslims here in the Philippines are allowed to get so yun.
They can have divorce.
Okay, ito ha. Without explanation at all, sabihin niyo na sa akin kung yes or no kayo ha.
Fast talk.
Sex realignment changing status. Yes or no? Ikaw, Mike. Yes. Ikaw.
Yes.
Ikaw.
Yes.
Ito yung di ba, Silverio
Yes.
versus
Silverio case.
and kagandahan
Yes
case,
po.
di ba? So, okay.
Gender at birth.
Okay. Divorce.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Alright, okay. Lowering the age of yes, lowering the age of criminal liability to 9 years old.
No.
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 Okay, pero mga senator natin, gusto ata yung iba lang.
Apo.
Okay. Ito. Yes or no lang ha. No explanation. Do you think our Senate today is membered, or the members there are sufficiently knowledgeable of the law?
No.
No.
Without hesitation.
No!
No.
Ito ha.
Oo, sis. Wala.
You may say no comment ha.
Abstain.
Do you think our Congress do you think the lower house, the House of Representatives, rubber stamp lang ng President? Meaning to say, what the President say, yun na yun.
No.
No. No comment.
No.
No, ikaw.
Not all.
Not all.
I'm not sure.
Not sure, ikaw.
No.
Okay, alright. Okay, ito. Ito ha, pwede kayo no comment ha?
Nakakatakot.
Do you think VP Robredo was cheated?
No.
With the
No, I mean-
sufficient fact.
Ay,
Cheated-
Marcos.
Cheated in a way that it will overturn the
cheated.
result. Kasi, I mean, may package of siguro nangyari. Pero, overall, do you think it will change the result? O kung may cheating man?
Kay Marcos ba to?
Yeah, kay Marcos.
I don't think there's any cheating.
It's a political question. Personally, yes, I think.
Okay.
No.
Alright. Ngayon, ito. Sino pa kaya? Iwasan natin ang politics.
Pwede
Parang,
Iwasan natin ang politics. Teka. Do you think the Socratic method in law school should be changed already because of the millennial mind? Alam niyo po yung Socratic method? Ano po yun eh? Question and answer lang sa law school. Oh, ikaw, Micah.
ano lang sir, to clarify, ano nga ba ang Socratic
explanation.
method?
Well, it's a question and answer procedure where your answer will lead to another question. Answer question, answer question. I
No.
mean to say, the teacher makes less lectures. What do you think? Should it change?
I'm talking for myself, sir. In fear of being, hindi, joke lang. For me kasi personally, it's effective for me, sir.
Effective.
It's effective for me.
Yeah, okay. Ikaw.
Same opinion din. Na
Effective.
it trains kasi.
Ikaw.
But, yeah.
No comment. Dahil sir, joke lang. Ano po? It trains us kasi to handle situation in court as well as in practice.
Alam mo, there are a lot of, at alam mo, pinag-aaralan ulit yung Socratic method. Sinabi, karamihan ng authority says, probably it should be changed. But the thing is, we cannot find that substitute.
Yeah,
Yes.
yun.
I mean, yung personal, pati na nga yung mga sinasabi nilang, i-ano mo na lang, i-video mo na lang yung lecture ng professor. Ako para sa akin, no, it cannot be because the face-to-face, the wisdom, the in-between nuances,
Yes.
hindi mo makukuha yun unless you go face-to-face with the professor. Sa premisa masabing, jibber-jabber yan.
Yes.
Di ba? And alam niyo naman, I say that jibber-jabber in an endearing way. Di ba?
Siguro lang,
Nakabalik na nga ako eh. From black hole to earth.
It's an endearing way. Ano, what were you
siguro sir, the issue with the Socratic method lang is parang it's closely connotated with yung terrorism sa classroom. Like it's parang it leaves a lot of space for you kasi to terrorize students, ganun. Or siguro like ano siya, very toxic siguro. But then like I mean, I do acknowledge that it's toxic and tiring. Pero like I also think that there's no better way for me to force myself to study than the
Siguro-
fear, the fear talaga of yun.
Siguro to add din na Socratic method, yes, effective siya kasi you learn through fear and you learn through grace under pressure na eventually yun din naman yung magiging practice. Pero parang mas maraming room for discretion ng professor yon, especially sa mga Manila schools where I have friends na minsan hindi napapasok si prof, once sa sem lang papasok, and then
What?
ano din yung
Kasi at iyan out na yun. Kasi at na yun, out na yung prof na yun.
So there's a lot of discretion with the professor na you have to study on your own and then it's still Socratic method. Parang law school is already stressing in itself and then for the professors to add to that stress, it's too much for, especially for a first year student to handle.
Yeah. Okay, ikaw, Josh.
For me, sir, it's good. But the thing is, it leaves much to the control of the professor. And imagine a subject for a week, then you apply Socratic method, then you adjust to each prof per subject with a different teaching method. The Socratic method itself will provide you with the general rule, but the specific rule per class differs from each professor. Then it leaves much to the student to adjust from one prof's attitude behavior in his class to another prof's attitude behavior in his class. So it's not just that you are studying for your subject, for your lesson, for your recitation, but it's also another thing that you also have to prepare yourself mentally for what you will face during the class.
Alam mo, no, just your opinion.
Yes.
Or yes or no lang, if you want. There is a move now ng bar exam, which is composed of 8
8 subjects.
subjects, 2 per each Sunday, must be reduced to 4 subjects only, which is the basic things: civil law, constitutional law, remedial law, and probably ethics.
That's
Yung iba-
the entire
yung iba-
bar
oh,
exam.
that's the entire bar. Iba hindi na, because the idea is, if you're a lawyer, you'll study laws anyway. Like for example, ako, nung araw namin, wala pang cybercrime law. But I have to study it because that is the discipline of a lawyer. So that dapat lang ang bar, kasi ngayon parang lahat gusto nang i-examine na basta't law. There is a move now among deans of the 129 law schools in the Philippines, many of them, na nag-advocate 4 na lang. Would you agree? Sa tingin niyo ba? What's your first hand or
First reaction.
first reaction to this?
Ano po yung subjects dito?
Remedial, consti, political, and ethics.
Crib.
In my opinion din, parang
Ano ba ganun? Or a combination of any, like civil, criminal, remedial, commercial law, halimbawa ganun.
it would be okay provided that those subjects or yung questions in those subjects are comprehensive enough to cover everything that is under its umbrella. Pero if it would be too simplified, then I guess it's not a good system to replace the previous one.
Okay, ikaw.
I get the point, sir, of doing that. But then, parang nakukulangan pa ako sa knowledge about it. But for now, like, based on what I've heard nga, sir, it's like it's very risky. It leaves a lot of room for risks. Like, yung first thing na naisip ko is like, there's this move nga, diba, to abolish or to amend yung admission to the bar. Like, if there's parang, they're doing that to improve that. Pero what if it defeats the purpose? What if it's more restricting? Like, what if, like yung, the topics that would cover them, like mag-iba yung quality ng, na nire-require ng Supreme Court. And then also, like, what if, like, dun sa natanggal nila, dun pala malalaman kung yung what makes you a proper or like a good lawyer, ganun. So like, it's a dangerous, like parang very, siya. I'm not sure about it right now.
Not sure, ikaw.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Sir,
about
I
it.
have I don't know, unsolicited idea, I guess. There's the US legal system, sir, is one interesting thing to look at because they have specialization. Why not try and apply that, or I guess slowly integrate that in the Philippines, where the barrister can choose which subjects he or she will take for what his or her future is, what she has planned for herself. So kung gusto niya mag-practice sa crime and civil law, yung subjects na ayun na related sa crime, civil law, so kasama rem at saka ethics, crime, consti, ganun. So 5 subjects lang yung iti-take niya. Pero kung gusto niya naman ng mag-commercial, ganun, commercial, tas constitutionalist, tas election law, yun din yung subjects na iti-take niya para at least man lang it minimizes the risk of what Miss Micah said, and it also reduces the stress of what Mr. Gab is trying to point out.
And it will be a good idea if first you have to identify then yung crucial subjects. Like siguro pwede na yun sa second phase, ganun.
Yeah.
But then like there's a certain level of respect and expertise people expect from lawyers. And that parang dapat all lawyers have to know political law, ganun.
Yeah.
Or like criminal law, like what is the threshold?
At least the basic
Ganun.
elements.
Yeah, like
Alam mo ha, I do not envy law students now. Kasi mas madami kayong pinag-aaralang batas kesa sa amin. Imagine yung persons and family relations, for example. Code na lang yun sa amin. Nasa isang code lang lahat. Pero ngayon, aside from the civil code, you have the family code, which is the bulk. And then you have the adoption, domestic adoption law. You have the intercountry adoption law. And some portions of the 7610. Some portions of 9262. And then you go back to the civil law.
special
And
proceedings.
then you have, And then meron ng bago ngayon na kukunin nyo dapat sa fourth year kasi hindi natin nakuha sa first year. Last February, yung administrative adoption. Ay, for a while, nasabi ko sa inyo yun, di ba?
Anong yun sa finance?
Yes, sir.
At tinanong ko ba?
Yes po.
Sir, what is administrative adoption?
Ay,
JJ kami doon.
Dito na nadagdag sa inyo yun. Pero last year, wala yan sa mga estudyante ko. So,
Kaganon ko.
Grabe yun, sir.
alright, wow. 5:30 na tayo, no? So, I think, well, thank you very much for very enlightening
Thank you, sir.
discussions. Sayang, kulang ang oras, no? We could go on and on. So many things, from movies to current events to education. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanila. Any last, what do you wish for yourself and for your classmates?
Pass. And to pass alive in good health, ganun.
Good health. Ikaw?
Wag susuko kahit na may bagsak kasi face lang yan, and every failure is always an opportunity to learn, sabi nga ni Yoda.
Wow.
Oh, Yoda.
Sa akin naman, your friends and family are always there. If you want to talk to them, talk to them. Then don't forget to pray.
Oh, alright. Okay, mga kapatid, kaibigan, kababayan, dyan na po nagtatapos ang ating episode ngayong linggo. Nagpapasalamat po ako kay Micah, kay Gab, at saka kay Josh. Josh, na pinaunlakan tayo ngayong araw na ito. Siguro maimbita pa natin sila kasi madami rin akong natutunan bilang professor nila. Ang daing ko rin pong natutunan. So, sa susunod pong linggo, huwag po kayong alis at huwag po kayong makakalimot. Mag-subscribe lang po sa ating channel para lumago pa ang ating community. Saan ba? Dito. Dito po. Somewhere there. Pindutin nyo lang po yan. Subscribe na po kayo. Kaya, muli po, next episode, at tandaan ninyo, parati ko pong sinasabi, ang kritiko ay nagmamahal rin sa ating inang bayan. Bye-bye!